the public
Speaking of Trump, I do have a clip here of some interest.
Violence going on. Do you have plans, and actually this is a great opportunity with all these, do you plan on designating Antifa finally a domestic terror organization?
Well, it's something I would do, yeah. If I have support from the people back here, I think we'd start with Pam, I think. But I would, if you give me, I would do that 100%, and others also, by the way. But Antifa is terrible.
Are there other groups that you can pick up?
There are other groups, yeah, there are other groups. We have some pretty radical groups, and they got away with murder. And also, I've been speaking to the Attorney General about bringing RICO against some of the people that you've been reading about that have been putting up millions and millions of dollars for agitation. These aren't protests. These are crimes, what they're doing, where they're throwing bricks at cars of ICE and Border Patrol. And they come in with a beautiful new car. They're so proud. It's Border Patrol, ICE, it's got whatever it is. And they're throwing rocks at it.
God, I wish he spoke better. That was awful, but I know what he's trying to get at.
The takeaway is that, he's talking about, what was it? He's trying to make Antifa a terrorist group, is it?
Antifa and any far leftist leaning groups that are involved in any of this. Yeah, he wants to label them national, it's sort of like local terrorists and go after them and find the money trail. So putting resources into his federal officers to go, it's actually coming from here.
Alchemy says he's got no room to talk about getting away with murder. Now, I can't speak for everybody here, but I'll speak for myself. I am not a pro-Trump or a pro this or pro that.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I'm my own person, and yeah, Trump's done plenty of bad shit, no doubt about it. But he's done some things that align that seems right too. So, I guess we gotta take the good with the bad.
Well, I would also say that Obama should be then impeached as well because he killed a 14 or 15-year-old American citizen with a drone strike.
This has likely also got something to do with the RICO charges that he's pursuing with the Soros group and all that crowd. I mean, this country has been being sabotaged from within for decades. And Antifa is just one of the manifestations of that.
They're infested. They're
really
ensuing dangerous group. They all deserve to be in jail.
Look at all these civil defense groups across the country. We're not talking about the backwood boys or people that are just out of control. We're talking state-regulated civil defense leagues across the country that are like the backup to the backup to the backup. That's good enough. Now, if you're just running out there like blowing shit up because you're mad that some random person got killed, what does that have to do with you? You're mad because you're following that narrative. But that's what I'm saying is that things can be controlled, and some people are just random lone wolves.
This reaction to the shooting, some people are doing their reactions based politically. But I think this goes beyond politics because a lot of sick people are exposing themselves. And in my honest opinion, that goes beyond politics.
It goes to the human core. It is a division, as fucking Jeffrey said, dividing the good people from the bad ones, the evil ones. And they showing their faces in joy and fucking confirming what we knew for fucking decades. That they are just there and they are not fucking.
Well, I think
me
personally,
worth the time.
Anybody that is seen celebrating this horrible thing that happened, they should be brought up on charges too.
Well, I think so too. If you fucking overplay your hand, I mean, there's a line of freedom of speech.
Because I mean, they're saying some very vile stuff.
Yeah, some needs to actually to be arrested, and at least they need to be punished for their actions because this is not like, oh, you offended me calling me my fucking wrong pronoun or some else bullshit. No, this is really vile.
What's more interesting is what JD Vance had to say. Now, I got a clip on it. I'm going to play it. It's like near 7 minutes long, so I'm going to speed it up just a little bit.
I'm going to go ahead and hop off of here and get some rest.
Oh,
okay, Phoenix.
Catch you, mate.
Okay, well, we'll see you later.
Okay, see you later.
A country of 330 million people, you can, of course, find one person of a given political persuasion justifying this or that or almost anything. But the data is clear. People on the left are much likelier to defend and celebrate political violence. This is not a both sides problem. If both sides have a problem, one side has a much bigger and malignant problem, and that is the truth we must be told. That problem has terrible consequences. The leader of our party, Donald J. Trump, escaped an assassin's bullet by less than an inch. Our House Majority Leader, Stephen Scalise, came within seconds of death by an assassin himself. And now, the most influential conservative activist in generations, our friend Charlie, has been murdered. This violence, it doesn't come from nowhere. Now, any political movement, violent or not violent, is a collection of forces. It's like a pyramid that stacks on top, one support on top of the other. That pyramid's got a foundation of donors, of activists, of journalists, now of social media influencers, and of course of politicians. Not every member of that pyramid would commit a murder. In fact, over 99% I'm sure would not. But by celebrating that murder, apologizing for it, and emphasizing not Charlie's innocence, but the fact that he said things some didn't like, even to the point of lying about what he actually said, many of these people are creating an environment where things like this are inevitably going to happen. A couple of months ago, I headlined a fundraiser in Southern California, and since, we'd be out there anyways, my wife and I decided to take our kids to Disneyland one weekend. We had fun, and to be clear, most of the guests said very nice things, or they just left us alone. But there was a loud and very cool minority that would shout at my children, who were 8, 5, and 3, whenever they got the opportunity. "You should disown your dad, you little shit," one middle-aged woman yelled at my 5-year-old. "Tell the Secret Service to protect the Constitution, not your father," screamed another. Are these women violent? Probably not. Are they deranged? Certainly. And while our side of the aisle certainly has its crazies, it is a statistical fact that most of the lunatics in American politics today are proud members of the far left. After Charlie died, one of his friends and one of our senior White House staffers had left-leaning operatives in his neighborhood passing out leaflets telling people what he looked like and where he lived, encouraging neighbors to harass him or, God forbid, to do worse. While he was mourning his dead friend, he and his wife had to worry about the political terrorists drawing a big target on the home he shares with his young children. Are these people violent? I hope not. But are they guilty of encouraging violence? You damn well better believe it. We can thank God that most Democrats don't share these attitudes, and I do, while acknowledging that something has gone very wrong with a lunatic fringe, a minority, but a growing and powerful minority on the far left. There is no unity with people who scream at children over their parents' politics. There is no unity with someone who lies about what Charlie Kirk said in order to excuse his murder. There is no unity with someone who harasses an innocent family the day after the father of that family lost a dear friend. There is no unity with the people who celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination. And there is no unity with the people who fund these articles, who pay the salaries of these terrorist sympathizers, who argue that Charlie Kirk, a loving husband and father, deserved a shot to the neck because he spoke words with which they disagreed. Did you know that the George Soros Open Society Foundation and the Ford Foundation, the groups who funded that disgusting article justifying Charlie's death, do you know they benefit from generous tax treatment? They are literally subsidized by you and me, the American taxpayer. And how do they reward us? By setting fire to the house built by the American family over 250 years.
Wow.
I'm desperate for our country to be united in condemnation of the actions and the ideas that killed my friend. I want it so badly that I will tell you a difficult truth. We can only have it with people who acknowledge that political violence is unacceptable, and when we work to dismantle the institutions that promote violence and terrorism in our own country. Now, our government, you heard me talk to Stephen Miller about this, will be working very hard to do exactly that in the months to come. We're not always going to get it right. We will sometimes move more slowly than you would like. We will sometimes move more slowly than I want us to. But I promise you that we will explore every option to bring real unity to our country and stop those who would kill their fellow Americans because they don't like what they say. But you have a role too. Civil society, Charlie understood this well, is not just something that flows from the government. It flows from each and every one of us. It flows from all of us. So when you see someone celebrating Charlie's murder, call them out in hell, call their employer. We don't believe in political violence, but we do believe in civility. And there is no civility in the celebration of political assassination. Get involved, get involved, get involved. It's the best way to honor Charlie's legacy. Start a chapter of TPUSA or get involved in the one that already exists. If you're older, volunteer for your local party, write an op-ed in your local paper, run for office. I can't promise you this is going to be easy. Can't promise you that all of us will avoid Charlie's fate. Can't promise you that I will avoid Charlie's fate. But the way to honor him is to shine the light of truth like a torch in the very darkest places. Go do it. We owe it to our friend to ensure that his killer is not just prosecuted but punished. And the worst punishment is not the death penalty, but the knowledge that Charlie's mission continues after he's gone. St. Paul tells us in the book of Ephesians to put on the full armor of God.
Amen.
I saw him pop up live today. I didn't watch it though. That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
Well, I get the feeling I get the feeling he's saying things so Trump don't have to. Much like I get this skinny bitch to go choose me.
Do it.
Trump's like, you say it, because if I say it, I'm gonna be massacred for it. So you say it.
Choose me.
Well, the thing is you can tell that he's really hurting, and he's really angry.
They were friends for decades.
They were longtime friends. So,
of course, I mean, what would you say if one of your friends got fucking assassinated?
Well, as Alchemy says, as long as that light isn't pointing in your direction, I take it means when the Republican has the spotlight on them, when they're pulling shit they shouldn't, they're like, no. Yeah, it's true that both sides are guilty as fuck. Both sides are crooked as hell. No,
they're both equally worthless.
No, there is no longer a weight. Think about the scale, the weight, the old one where you put the weight and the weight on the other side. No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's not
at
the
this
same
point,
anymore. There is fault on the right.
Listen,
side,
there is a
course.
separation between the people and the politicians. The politicians rile the people up, like a pep rally to get them on their side, but now they're so riled up that they're killing, primarily on the left, more so than any other. That's you blame the politicians for that. And right now, they're looking way uglier than the Republicans at this very moment. Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the things that our society sorely needs is a correction on the hierarchy, because the politicians feel like they're the leaders now and they're the servants. And that's what they need to understand themselves as. And the people, there is no sovereignty without the sovereign people, period. And that sovereignty is delegated along with the authority down. And until we get that correction and they get that through their thick heads, they're going to keep trying to get away with stuff.
To answer what El Alchemy said, there's going to come a time, and you're not going to like it. There's going to come a time when you have no choice but to align with the side.
Well, when it comes, say hypothetically, if it came to total violence, it's like, pick a side. Whose side are you on? And if you don't say, you're on the other side by default. So either you're going to be going, everybody comes up with you, I'm on your side. Then the next one, no, I'm on your side. Or you're going to have to pick a side because anybody who's not choosing gets it too. Mm-hmm. And that's a hypothetical situation. But it's a reality that's looking closer and closer to, coming to fruition.
That is a very much of a reality.
Well, me personally,
pick a side, else you will be dead anyway.
Me personally, for the most part, I stayed out of politics. I stayed out of all of it because I thought it was all crap. People bickering and fighting back and forth. I didn't want to hear that shit. But now, after I seen all of this mess go on.
Yeah, well, it's not unlike I've said and Jeffrey here said, people don't seem to get that separation. We're the people. We are not the politicians. We are made to, taught to cheerlead for them, to rally and, believe in this and carry this cause. But that we are not them. There is a clear separation, and most people can't get that through their head.
The politicians only exist to fucking divide us and control us. We are the so-called plebs in the system of the world and the society we live in. We are the lowest rung of the fucking ladder. And
we have become their chess pieces, going either you give in our demands or we will move our little army of people that's following along, and we're going to have them wreck your city or attack your little camp, that we've become their pawns.
Yeah, and that's the inversion that we need to correct at a very fundamental level.